Hello everyone, and welcome back here to Donovan Stadium for Game 2 of this 2021 Department of New York Junior American Legion Baseball Championship Tournament. I'm James and Blake are here to provide you this game, and our opponents are going to be the Rockland Pirates and the Utica Post Juniors 229. Now, obviously in Game 1, Clinton County won the game by the score of 8-6 and are going to be moving on for Game 3, as whoever wins this game will go on to play Clinton County in Game 3 of this matchup, which will be happening at 4:30 or 4 o'clock, excuse me. But nonetheless, I'm going to be giving you some of the starting lineups here to start things off. We'll start off with the Rockland Pirates, managed by Phil Fratello. The batting first is going to be the pitcher, number 9, Aiden Gallagher. Batting second will be second baseman number 6, Pat Joseph. Batting third will be first baseman number 1, Greg Becker. Batting cleanup will be catcher number 8, Colin Prisco. Batting fifth will be center fielder number 27, Mike Korchinski. Batting sixth will be right fielder number 11, Chris Miedrich. Batting seventh will be third baseman number 2, Danny Brana. Batting eighth will be left fielder number 7, Q DeSantis. And batting ninth will be shortstop number 22, Matt Martrella. Now, batting for Utica Post in their starting lineup, batting first will be shortstop number 6, Joey Gentile. Batting second will be first baseman number 1, Angelo Palagrassi. Batting third will be third baseman number 27, Ty Bonner. Batting fourth will be designated hitter number 24, Pat Corridori. Batting fifth will be pitcher number 2, Jake Liu. Batting sixth will be right fielder number 5, Nick Parada. Batting seventh will be second baseman number 25, Parker Jeruzzi. Batting eighth will be catcher number 9, Frank Pele. And batting ninth for Utica Post 229 Juniors is going to be the center fielder number 18, Peyton Kimball. So those are your starting lineups here for Game 2 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. We'll be back to give you the first pitch after the national anthem here on UCTV. And we welcome you back here to Donovan Stadium for Game 2 of this 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Championship. I'm Jameson Blaker here to bring you this matchup here for this afternoon. We got 2 more games after this, and after this game we will know who is going to be moving further within this tournament. Now, by the looks of it so far, it looks like Rocklin is going to be the away team and Utica Post will be the home team, obviously due in part to this is their home grounds. Last week they won their districts here in a fantastic finish against Whitestown, in which the fans were actually storming the field as well to celebrate with the players in a very, very, very packed stadium here at Murnane Field. So, by the looks of it, the starting pitcher will be Jake Liu for the Utica Post. He's mostly known for his batting, and he's been a very good infielder as well. But for today's game, he will be the starting pitcher. And he'll be going up against another pitcher. He's also going to be the batting first for Rocklin, which is going to be Aiden Gallagher, who will be up to face this team. So this is a very interesting matchup. It's a very, very highly anticipated matchup for the city of Utica itself, especially the parents who are going to be watching this game, seeing their kids go out there and play in this American Legion Junior Tournament. And let's see if they could possibly let's see what they could possibly do here today against the Rockland Pirates. As we await right now, we could talk about some of the positions so far. The first baseman for today's game for Utica Post is number 1, Angelo Patagrassi. In terms of the second base, it's going to be Parker Jeruzzi. Shortstop will be Joey Gentile, and third baseman will be Ty Bonner, who's also been known for his pitching abilities as well. And we might possibly see him at relief sometime throughout this game, depending how on point Jake Liu is throughout. And that was the final practice pitch for Jake Liu. And we're just about underway for Game 2 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. As the Utica Post players giving Jake Liu some encouragement before he goes out and pitches against Aiden Gallagher. We're underway here as well at Donovan Stadium. Here's the first pitch, and that one is going to be high and outside for ball 1 to start things off here in Game 2. So see the teams, both teams in the dugout are going to really get into it for this afternoon's game. And that's going to be strike 1 for Jake Liu, and now it's a 1-1 count. Liu deals, and that's going to be low for ball 2. It's now a 2-1 count as Gallagher is trying to work the count against his rival pitcher for today's game. Here's the 2-1, and that's going to be outside for ball 3. So far, no outs here in the top of the first inning, as this is the first batter. Liu deals, and that's going to be a pop out into foul territory. And that was out of play, and it's going to be strike 2 with a full count. Utica right now is just trying to stay alive, being the first batter of this ball game. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That is strike 3. And Jake Liu gets the first K of the game for Utica Post.
Now batting, second baseman, number 6.
And here comes Pat Joseph, the second baseman, number 6 for Rocklin. Definitely wants to try and prove something here today. And that's going to be strike 1 for Jake Liu. One out here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Pat Joseph has had 22 hits on the season with 60 at-bats and a .366 batting average. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be strike 2. It's the top of the first inning, no score. No one's on base here with the second batter up in Pat Joseph. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be high and outside for a 2-2 count. One out here. Here's the deal. And that's going to be low for ball 3, and it's a full count. Another full count for Jake Liu. As this is only his second batter so far in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Way out of play. As Pat Joseph is staying alive. Here's the full count as Jake Liu deals. And that's going to be outside for ball 4 as Pat Joseph will take his base. The Pirates this season are 27-7. Definitely a great record to have, and something you would expect to have being in this tournament. Now batting is the first baseman, number 1, Greg Becker. Runner on first base. Liu throws, and Joseph will be safe at first. Greg Becker has 29 hits on the season, along with 66 at-bats and a .439 batting average. Liu throws it back to first. Still gets nothing out of it, as Becker's still trying to look for his first pitch to him. Great lead by Joseph, though, at first base. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be low for ball 1. So it's now 1-0 with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Liu throws back to first yet again for his third attempt and still gets nothing out of it. Still a 1-0 count on Greg Becker. Joseph taking a big lead. And Becker hits it to left field, and that's going to be a base hit. A single for Greg Becker, And now there are runners on second and first with one out here in the top of the first. And Colin Prisco is now up for the Pirates. Talking about his statistics, he has 30 hits on the season with 64 at-bats and a .468 batting average. So far has been putting in the work for the Pirates. It's quite windy here today at Donovan Stadium. It's blowing some of our stuff over. That won't stop this baseball game though, and that ball goes high and over the head of Prisco. And that's going to now make it 1-0. Runners on second and first base. Lou throws to second and gets nothing out of that, as was thrown to second baseman Parker Jeruzzi, who's covering second base in order for Pat Joseph not to take a large lead, which he's taking anyway. Here's a pitch, and that one's going to be strike one. It's now 1-1 to Colin Prisco. Jake Lou looks like he's playing a chess game right now. Say it's some good strategy so far, and that's going to be a line drive foul to make it 1-2. Pat Joseph taking another large lead yet again. Jeruzzi had a great opportunity to try and tag Joseph there, but Pat Joseph was still safe on that call to second base. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a high fly ball in the infield. And it will be caught by the first baseman, Angelo Patagrazzi, for out number 2. Now we see number 27, Mike Krasinski, now up for the Pirates. Krasinski has 21 hits, 48 at-bats, and a .437 batting average. Krasinski now is going to work with runners on second and first in a very windy Donovan Stadium. Who knows where the ball is going to fly? Krasinski gets out of the batter's box and calls time. Throws back to second to keep Pat Joseph in check, and luckily enough for the Pirates, Joseph is safe at second. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a high one going deep to right field, but it will be caught for out number 3, as we're going to go into the bottom of the first inning. There's no score here at Donovan Stadium. And welcome back here to Donovan Stadium for this 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. As we're now in the bottom of the first inning with no score. And now Utica Post is up at the plate. As Joey Gentile, the shortstop for Utica Post, is now up to start things off for the Post of Utica. 2-2-9. And Gallagher throws high and outside for ball one. Joey Gentile has 15 RBIs on the season and 11 stolen bases. Also has a .361 batting average, as that is going to be ball two. Definitely one of the standout players for Utica Post. And that's going to be outside for ball three, and it's now a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch, and that will be strike one. It's now 3-1 for Joey Gentile, as he's the first batter up to start things off in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be ball four, as Joey Gentile takes his base. Now leads up to Angelo Patagrassi, the first baseman, number one, as he is now up. Patagrassi has 11 RBIs on the season and a .481 in batting average. The averages are quite higher in junior baseball because there's a lot more hits being given up. Here's the pitch from Gallagher, and that's going to be a foul ball as it hit off of Patagrassi's leg. It's now going to be an 0-2 count for Angelo. Runner on first base, no outs here in the bottom of the first. Gallagher's going to throw to first in order to catch Joey Gentile off guard. Gentile wasn't fooled on that one. Here's the 0-2 count now for Angelo Patagrassi. Gentile steals, and that's going to be a foul ball, as Joey's going to have to go back to first. Here in the bottom of the first inning, 2 strikes now on Angelo Patagrassi, with Gentile taking a big lead, possibly trying to steal. Gallagher throws back to first to keep Gentile in check. Joey's still going to take that big lead. Here's the 0-2 pitch now to Patagrassi, and it's now thrown back to first, and Gentile is still safe. Anytime they catch Joey Gentile off guard, Gallagher almost had him on that one. Here's the 0-2 pitch now to Patagrassi. That one's going to be high and outside for ball one. On deck is Ty Bonner for Utica Post. Gentile still taking a big lead. And Gallagher still throwing to first. He definitely realizes that that lead is just too long to take. He's tempted a lot to try and throw to first base, which is what he's doing so far. Gallagher trying to time out because of the wind. It's been impacting all of us in coming up in the booth. Gallagher throws to first yet again, and it's going to be safe yet again. Joey Gentile taking those large leads, fooling Gallagher on many occasions here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Patagrassi pops it up. And it was almost caught, but no cigar by catcher Colin Prisco. And instead of being out number 1 for the Pirates, it's still a 1-2 count on Angelo Potagrassi. Gallagher throws back to first base. Tell that's annoying the teammates of Utica Post a little bit. He's constantly throwing to first base. And that one's outside for 2-2 on Potagrassi. You could tell that Joey Gentile is definitely getting in Gallagher's head in this situation. That's going to be a little grounder as Gallagher's going to have to throw it to first. And he gets out number 1 here in the bottom of the first inning. And that brings up Ty Bonner with Joey Gentile on second base. As Ty Bonner has a great opportunity here in the bottom of the first to try and get an RBI opportunity. Gentile still taking a large lead at second base. It looks like Joey will go back to second. And it looks like one of the coaches is coming out to check up on Aiden Gallagher. Talk about some strategy here. You see, Joey Gentile is causing a lot of ruckus right now for the infield for the Rockland Pirates, and you can tell that he's really someone the Pirates have to prepare for. So far, Aiden Gallagher's been doing an excellent job defensively here in the bottom of the first inning to try and keep Joey Gentile in check. Here's the 1-0 count now to Ty Bonner. That's going to be high and outside for ball 2. It's now 2-1 to Bonner. One out here in the bottom of the first. Gallagher was attempting to throw to second, but decided to hold on to the ball. Runner on second. One out here. Here's the pitch. Bonner grounds it to short. And it's going to be a bobble, and everyone's going to be safe. Shortstop right there, number 22, Matt Martorelli, excuse me, bobbled that ball. And now, with runners on third and first with one out, Patrick Corridori is now up, number 24, for Utica Post. Corridori so far has 8 RBIs, and he popped this one up. He might get a 9th one. And Gentile comes home for the first run of Game 2 of this American Legion baseball tournament. The crowd is rumbling here at Donovan Stadium as it's now 1-0 Utica Post over the Rockland Pirates. And that's going to be an RBI pop fly for Patrick Corridori, as Gentile was able to tag home to make it 1-0. So now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, Ty Bonner is the only base runner for the Utica Post at first base. And now the pitcher, Jake Liu, is up. With 2 outs here. Gallagher deals. And that's going to be outside for ball 1. Bonner takes a good lead. As that one goes outside, it's now 2-0. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low for 3-0. Jake Lou in this situation right now, you could go for a green light if you really wanted to, but he decides to go for a walk instead. And now there's going to be runners on second and first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And number 5, Nick Parada, is now up. Parada has 8 RBIs on the season. Surprisingly so, he also has 8 stolen bases. As there's now going to be a pitch runner in for Jake Lou. It's going to be number 11, Gennaro Clemente. Here's the first pitch to Nick Parada. And it's going to be a line drive to right center field, bringing home Ty Bonner as he's going to make it 2-0 Utica Post. Donovan Stadium still rumbling here, as that is a double for Nick Parada. An extra base hit, and it just was hit in the gap of right center field in order to make it 2-0 Utica Post. Excellent play, and Parker Jeruzzi is now up for the Post. That is going to be strike 1. That's going to be low for ball 1. It's now 1-1 to Parker. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be fouled off. It's now 1-2. So Clemente's on third. Parada's on second. Another RBI situation for Utica Post. You saw Clemente there trying to trick Aiden Gallagher into throwing it. Now here's a 1-2 pitch. And Jeruzzi fouls that one off into the stands, and it'll still stay at 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Parker Jeruzzi. That's going to be a little grounder to second base. There's a throw, and it's safe. Here comes a run, and that's going to be out. As Clemente was tagged out at home, that will end the first inning, in which Utica Post now leads over Rocklin 2-0. And we welcome you back here at Donovan Stadium for Game 2 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. And apparently the score is 3-0. Pardon me from the last inning. Apparently Utica Post has scored 3 runs to make it 3-0 here in the top of the second inning. As Jake Liu is still performing magically, only giving up 1 hit in the top of the first. That's going to be low for ball 1 to number 11, Chris Miedrich. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low again for ball 2. Miedrich has 20 hits on the season with 56 at-bats. He has a .357 batting average. He now has a 2-0 count against Jake Liu. That's going to be strike 1, 2-1. Here's the pitch, and that was hit off of Miedrich right there, as he's going to now go to first base. And now the Pirates have a runner on first with number 2, Danny Barna, up at the plate. Danny Barna now has a runner at first base with no outs here in the top of the second inning, only being down by 3 runs. Liu froze the first base, but couldn't get Miedrich in time. And now we still await the first pitch to Brena. There's a throwback yet again, and that's going to be safe. As now Jake Liu still has to contend with Miedrich at first base. He's pulling what Joey Gentile did, but Miedrich is now going to steal. Here's the throw, and Miedrich is safe. Pirates now have a runner at second base, as Barna now has an RBI opportunity for the Rocklin Pirates. And that's going to be a strike. 1-1 now to Barna. Another big lead by Miedrich. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be another out. Great catch right there by the right fielder, Nick Parada, to make it out number 1 here in the top of the second inning for Utica Post. Quentin DeSantis, the left fielder, number 7, is now up for the Rockland Pirates. He's had 17 hits this year at 44 at-bats and a .386 batting average. Here's the pitch. DeSantis is going to bunt this one off, and everyone's going to be safe. Frank Pelly couldn't get the throw off. And now with runners on third and first base, the tying run is up at the plate. Number 22, Matt Mortarelli. I'm having a little bit of a hard time pronouncing his name, but he's the shortstop for the Rockland Pirates as there's a meeting at the mound. So Mortarelli, just going over a little bit of his statistics in this season so far. He has 17 hits, 46 at bats and a .369 batting average. He has a chance to try and give the Pirates their first ever run of this tournament. With one out here in the top of the second inning, it's 3-0 Utica Post. There's a throw at first base, and that's going to be safe. Safe for DeSantis, as he also takes a big run third and second. Mortarelli could possibly get 2 runs in here. Gets a grounder to third. Ty Bonner throws to first, and that's going to be out number 2 here in the top of the second inning. And it takes away the tag opportunity for the Pirates. Now Rocklin is back to their top of their order with Aiden Gallagher, the pitcher. If you're the Pirates right now, all you would really want is to just try and get a run in. That's going to be out of play and a foul. It's going to be 0-1 to Gallagher. Runner on third and second. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Gallagher calls time. It's 3-0 Utica Post here in the top of the second inning. That's going to be a ball to make it 1-1 for Gallagher. Here's the pitch. Another one's going to be inside for ball 2. Jake Lou so far struggling here in the top of the second. Wants to try and get bailed out here as that ball is going to be dropped. But luckily enough for Utica Post, Miedrich did not run from third base to home on that play. And everyone's still where they are at third and second. Jake Lou is trying to get bailed out of this inning, not trying to give up a run. And that's going to be foul, and it's now going to be a full count to Aiden Gallagher. A full count, 2 outs, runners on third and second. It's anyone's ball game here in the top of the second inning. That's going to be outside for ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. And Pat Joseph is back up at the plate. Last time up he ended up staying at third base at the end of the top of the first inning, but now he's up here at the top of the second with the bases loaded. And he's going to get a grounder and a base hit past the second base line as 2 runs come in. And now the Pirates are down by 1 run. It's now 3-2 Utica Post. Excellent base hit there by Pat Joseph. There's a grounder past the first base side in between the second and first baseman. Jeruzzi and Patagrazzi. And now with runners on second and first, the Pirates have 1 more run to try and tie the game up with number 1, Greg Becker, up at the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Everyone's taking a big lead. Here's a pitch by Jake Liu, and that's going to be a grounder in the foul territory. It's now going to be 0-1 for Greg Becker. Two outs here as Jake Liu throws it to second. Gallagher stays. Tell that Jake Liu is a little bit frustrated here in the top of the second inning. Definitely had a chance to get out of this without giving up a run, but instead he gave up two. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 0-2. Liu throws it back to second, and Gallagher will still be safe. Score is 3-2, Utica Post over the Rockland Pirates here in the top of the second inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be high and outside for ball one. It's now 1-2 to Greg Becker. He's trying to tie the game up. That's going to be a high one going to left center. And it will be caught for out number 3 by Jason Angadi. And we're going to go into the bottom of the second inning here on Game 2 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. And we'll be back to bring you more action here on UCTV and the American Legion Baseball Network. And welcome back here to Donovan Stadium. James and Blaker here for the 2021 Department of New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament Game 2 as Utica Post leads this one here in the bottom of the second inning, 3-2 over the Rockland Pirates. As now batting for Utica Post is number 9, Frank Pele, the catcher. Right now for Utica Post, I want to try and maintain this lead and probably extend it here in the bottom of the second as that one goes outside for ball one. Gallagher is still pitching. Here's the pitch. That one is outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's outside for ball 3. 3 pitches outside for Gallagher. As it now puts Pelly in a situation where he can get on first base. Utica Post will have another base runner possibly. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be strike 1. Rule number 1 definitely always is never swing on a 3-0 count, and Pelly did a good job there, but when it comes to that, he didn't. He swings and misses for strike 2, and it's now a full count for Frank Pelly. Pelly calls for time. Like I said, the wind is still blowing here at Donovan Stadium. And that's going to be outside for ball 4. And Pelly gets on first base with number 18, Peyton Kimball, now up at the plate for Utica Post. And we're going to have a pitch runner.
Number 22, Bradley and Danielle.
Radamus Emmanuel is going to be pitch running now for Frank Pelly at first base. It's now an 0-1 pitch to Peyton Kimball. That's going to go low. It's now 1-1. Emmanuel taking a big lead, and that one's low to the ground as it is covered real well by the catcher, Colin Prisco. And Emmanuel didn't steal on that one, as it's now a 2-1 count to Peyton Kimball. Gallagher will deal. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 2-2. Runner on first, no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. It's 3-2 Utica Post. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive foul into the stands. As Peyton Kimball is now still alive with a 2-2 count. Taking a lead. Gallagher deals. That's going to be a pop fly into right, and that's going to be caught for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second inning. So 1 out, 1 man on first, and Joey Gentile is back up at the plate to start things back up again for Utica Post. Giving the Rocklin infielders a lot of trouble in the bottom of the first inning. That one's low for ball 1. Definitely Joey Gentile is a great base runner. He proved that in the bottom of the first inning. He's trying to get on base again here in the bottom of the second. Gallagher deals. That's going to be a ball thrown to first, and Emmanuel is still safe. It's now a 2-0 count to Gentile. Emmanuel on first. The umpire calls time. Still a 2-0 count for Joey Gentile. 3. The wind really didn't help there for Gallagher. I guarantee you he's blaming the wind for that pitch. So here's a 3-0 count with a runner on first base and 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Gallagher deals, and that's going to be strike 1. It's now 3-1 to Joey Gentile. And that's going to be ball 4. So now there are runners on 2nd and 1st, with Angelo Potagrassi now up at the plate. Now Potagrassi definitely in the situation for Utica Post. Has a great RBI opportunity to try and extend the Utica Post lead. That one was low for ball 1. It's now 1-0. So 1-0 for Angelo. Let's see if he could get something here. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for ball 2. 2 great base stealers for Utica Post on 2nd and 1st. Gallagher deals. And that's going to be liner caught out at the shortstop, and it's going to be a double play. Shortstop Matt Mortarelli, gets a double play situation out of that and gets the Pirates out of a jam. So we're at the end of 2 here, with the score being Utica Post 3, Rocklin Pirates 2. And we are back here at Donovan Stadium, where the score is 3-2, Utica Post over the Rockland Post Pirates. I'm James and Blaker here bringing you the broadcast and just keeping you up to date of what happened in the last inning, in which the shortstop, number 22 for the Pirates, Matt Mortarelli, was able to get a line drive catch at shortstop and was able to get Emmanuel out at second base as he took a big lead. And it led to a double play at the end of the 2nd inning. Now the Pirates are up here in the top of the 3rd inning. With number 27, Mike Korchinski, now up at the plate for the Pirates. That's going to be foul. Strike 1. Excuse me, it's actually number 8, Colin Prisco. Korchinski is up on deck for Rocklin. Here's a pitch, and that one's going to be low for ball 1. It's now going to be 1-1. like Gallagher, Jake Lou's going to definitely have to try and face this win. That one's going to be low for ball 2. It's now 2-1. So no outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. This is the first batter as Lou deals. That's going to be outside for ball 3. So Colin Prisco has a chance to get on base here, depending on how Jake Lou throws this. And he throws it outside. And Colin Prisco now gets on base with Mike Korchinski now up for the Pirates. The Rockland Post Pirates are just trying to tie this game up, possibly take the lead here, depending on how many people get on base. Lou throws it back to first, and it's overthrown, and Prisco's going to go to second with ease. He's possibly going for third. He is. And he's going to stay there as he steals 2 bases for the price of 1. Just a bad throw there for Jacob Lou. And it now leads to a RBI opportunity for Korchinski that possibly tie the game up at 3. It's Frank Pele. Gives Jake Lou some words of confidence here with no outs here in the top of the 3rd inning and a runner on 3rd base, with Utica Post only leading by 1 run. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be high and outside for ball 1. Prisco taking a nice lead here. That's going to be low for ball 2. It's now 2-0. The infield is playing in a little bit, is actually playing in a lot. They want to try and make sure they could try and get Prisco out as soon as possible, depending if there's a bunt. It's going to be a little grounder, and Jeruzzi gets it, throws it to first, and that is the first out of the top of the 3rd inning there. A great glove play there by Parker Jeruzzi in order to keep Prisco at 3rd base. And now 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. We see number 11, Chris Miedrich, is now up at the plate for the Rockland Pirates. So Utica Post's infield still stays in. Feels like it's their best shot to try and get the runner out at 3rd if he tries to go at home. And that is strike 1, is now an 0-1 count to Miedrich. And that's going to be strike 2. Scoreboard was a little confused there, but it is strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Miedrich. That's swing and a miss. Strike 3. He's going to run to first. He throws. That's out number 1. Here's the throw at the home, and it's going to be safe. So just like that, it is all tied up at 3 as Colin Prisco, with great base running, was able to run at home and get there safely, as Frank Pele couldn't get the tag on him. Now with all tied up at 3 with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning, no one's on base. And Danny Barna is up at the plate. And that's going to hit him, and he's going to take his base.
The left fielder.
And since that happened,
DeSantis.
Quentin DeSantis is now up, the left fielder for the Pirates. Jake Lou has 2 outs. He needs 1 more to get out of this inning, in order to make sure that the Pirates don't get any more extra runs. Lou throws it to first, and Barna is safe. Barna's still going to take that big lead and try and catch Jake Lou off guard. Lou still throws at first. Still waiting the pitch for DeSantis. And for a 3rd straight time, Jake Lou throws at first. Still waiting the pitch to DeSantis. That's going to be strike 1. Here's the throw, and that's going to be well over the head. And it looks like it's going to be extra bases for Barna, and he slides into third safely. And now the Pirates have a runner on third base with 2 outs here. And an RBI possibility for Quentin DeSantis to try and take the lead for the Rocklin Pirates. Here's the 0-1 pitch to DeSantis. That's going to be high and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 count. That's going to be low for ball 2. Tell a little bit that Barna is getting to Jake Lou. With how long his leads are, makes you question whether or not he'll steal home. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball 3. It's now 3-1. Frank Pelly now going to go up to the mound and check up on Jake Lou. Only thing Jake Lou really needs right now is this 1 out to try and salvage this tie. Here's a 3-1. And that one's going to be outside for ball 4. And now there are runners on 3rd and 1st. With 2 outs here in the bottom,
The shortstop, number 22.
or the top of the 3rd inning. Matt Mortarelli is now up. He made the big play defensively in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Getting a double play. And Lou throws back to first yet again. These Pirates are taking big leads whenever they can to try and catch Jake Lou off guard. That one's going to be low for ball 1. I guess they're calling that a strike. It's now 0-1 to Martorelli. And that's going to be a foul ball in the foul territory. It now makes it 0-2 for Martorelli, with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Jake Lou is just trying to get out of the inning. There's runners on 3rd and 2nd. He's trying not to give up the lead. There's a grounder. And it's going to get past Gentile, and it's going to give the Pirates 2 runs, and they now lead 5-3. And Martorelli goes to second for a double. And just like that, the Pirates take a 2-run lead by the score of 5-3. And instead of getting out of the inning with 2 outs, Jake Liu now has given up 3 runs here in the top of the 3rd inning. It looked like possibly that Joey Gentile could have picked up that ball and tagged out the runner, but could not, as it went right past him, which led to the 2 runs. There's going to be a bunt by Aiden Gallagher, and that's going to go foul. It's now 0-1. There's a runner now on second base. Two outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Liu throws the second. And of course he is safe. Martorelli so far doing a great job, not only on defense but offensively so far, giving the Pirates this 2-run lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1. It's now a 1-1 count to Aiden Gallagher. Jake Liu has been struggling throughout this 3rd inning. There's going to be a grounder as Gentile picks it up, and both runners will be safe. Gallagher stays on first base, and Martorelli stays on 3rd. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. And Pat Joseph is back up. Great players all around for Rockland so far between this inning and the 2nd inning. And that one's going to be low for ball 1. Jake Liu just trying to get out of this inning. He's given up 3 runs in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be strike 1. It's 1-all with runners on 3rd and 1st. Still 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that is going to hit Joseph, and the bases are going to be loaded. Jake Liu now has the bases loaded. And it looks like the manager is going to be coming out for Utica Post, Frank Carnaccia. We'll see whether or not Jake Liu is going to stay in the ball game. So far it's been pretty interesting to say the least, as they're going to keep Jake Liu in the ball game as the pitcher. They want him to get out of this inning even though he has been scathed.
First baseman, number 1.
So Greg Becker is now up, the first baseman for the Pirates. He has the bases loaded here. An opportunity to add in more runs for Rocklin. Here's the pitch. And that's going to hit him. And that's going to drive in another run. And it's now 6-3, Pirates in the lead. And just like that, the Pirates, instead of being down by 3,
The catcher.
They are now up by 3,
Prisco.
and the bases are still loaded. Colin Prisco is now up yet again for the Pirates. Jake Lou is just trying to get out of this inning. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a grounder. Gentile dives. He's going to throw to third. He's going to get nothing out of it as a run scores. Gallagher comes home, and it's now 7-3. Korchinski is now up for the Pirates. As Jake Lou has been struggling all throughout this inning, giving up 5 runs. Here's the pitch. That one is outside for ball 1. Lou's showing a lot of frustration. Lou gets off the mound, waiting for the wind to blow down a little bit. He's trying to make sure, because the bases are loaded, you don't want to take any chances. And the wind is definitely not helping him in this situation. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball going way over the stands. And it's now going to be a 1-1 count for Korchinski. Two outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be low for ball 2. Utica Post had 2 outs. When they had those 2 outs, they were up 3-2. It's now 7-3. Pirates are in the lead. And here's going to be a high one, deep, and it's going to be well over the heads of the right fielder, Parada, in that situation, and 3 runs will score in the process. Unbelievable for the Pirates right now. They are leading 10-3. As this has been a miserable inning for the Utica Post 229 squad here, as they were originally up 3-2. It's got to be heartbreaking. It's still the top of the 3rd inning with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd, as now there's only a runner on second base with that 3-run double put on by Korchinski. Chris Miedrich is now up for the Pirates. That ball went well over Parada's head on that last one. Miedrich hits a line drive foul over the fences. It'll be strike 1. Jake Lou still just trying to get out of this inning. Throws to second. Nothing out of that, and it's still an 0-1 count nonetheless. Top of the 3rd, 2 outs. 10-3, Rocklin Pirates. Lou throws to second yet again. It's still going to be a safe call for Korchinski. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a grounder. Jeruzzi's going to throw to first. And the Utica Post finally gets out of the inning, giving up 8 runs in the process. The score is 10-3. Rocklin is up over Utica Post 10-3. We'll be back to bring you the bottom of the 3rd inning here on UCTV on American Legion Baseball Network.
Ty Bonner.
And we are back here at Donovan Stadium for this 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament, in which, unfortunately for Utica Post, they were up 3-2 in the top of the third, but now we're down 10-3. Ty Bonner is up. He swung and missed, and that is strike one. A dramatic change of events happened in the top of the third inning, and Utica Post needs to try and pick it back up. Gallagher deals, and that's going to be strike two. It's now 0-2 for Ty Bonner. Here's the pitch, and that is a swing and a miss for strike three. And now one out here in the bottom of the third. Gallagher gets a strikeout. And Pat Corridori now comes up for Utica Post. Trying to get the morale up for Utica Post after giving up 8 runs. That's a swing and a miss for strike one. It looks like right now they're trying to just swing at anything because they just want to try and get on base. And that's going to be strike two. Corridori is going to call for time. And here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss for strike three. Back-to-back Ks for Gallagher, as Aiden Gallagher has 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. And Jake Lou now comes up to bat. So far you can tell he's pretty frustrated about his performance in the top of the third inning. Wants to try and make it up here with something. Let's see if he gets it, and it's going to be strike one. Trying to get some compensation out of this. Here's a pitch. That's going to be outside for ball one. Jake Lou calls for time. Now gets back into the batter's box. Gallagher deals. That's going to be a grounder, foul ball. It's now 1-2. It's 10-3. Rocklin Post over the Utica Post. 8 runs were given up in the top of the third inning. Gallagher deals. Swing and a miss, strike three. Back-to-back-to-back strikeouts for Aiden Gallagher. And that is the end of the third inning. We're going to go to the top of the fourth, where the score is Rocklin 10, Utica 3. And we are back here at Donovan Stadium for this 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament, Game 2, in which Rockland Post has just been putting up the numbers. It's 10-3 over Utica Post, and they came back in a big way. They were originally down in the bottom of the first, giving up 3 runs. But then in the second inning, the top of the second inning, they got 2 runs, and then in the top of the third, they were able to get 8 runs, and now they're up by 7 runs over Utica Post. And Jake Liu was showing a lot of promise beforehand, but now you can see some of that is lost to anger and frustration. So after this game, I also want to bring up as well that there's could possibly be a mercy rule, depending on how many more runs are scored for the Pirates. That would happen possibly at the end of the 5th inning. That depends if Utica Post obviously tries and rallies back. But we'll see here in the top of the 4th inning what will happen as number 2, Danny Barna, is now up at the plate. That's going to be a high pop-up. Joey Gentile is in the vicinity, and he gets the catch for out number 1.
The left fielder.
And now with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, we see Quentin DeSantis is now up. He, along with Barna, started the 3rd inning off with the uptick in runs, especially with the base running as well with the barrage. And now we see with an 0-1 that was a strike. Let's see if Jake Liu will not be playing games anymore. Let's see. That one's going to go outside for ball 1. Here's a 1-1 pitch to DeSantis. That's going to be over Jake Liu's head, and it's going to be safe in the process as DeSantis runs to first without a throw. And now with 1 out, there's a runner on first base
Number 22,
as Matt Mortarelli is now up for the Pirates. He had an extravagant inning as well in the top of the 3rd. I think he was the one that gave the Pirates the 5-3 lead. The first lead they had in this ball game. That one was high and outside for ball 1. It's now 1-0. Jake Liu in this situation definitely is probably not worried about the base runner as he was in the previous inning. Or maybe he is still worried as he throws it to Potagrassi. And DeSantis is obviously still safe. Mortarelli has a 1-0 situation. DeSantis with the big lead. He's going to steal. Here's the throw by Pele, and it's going to be safe. And Quentin DeSantis now reaches second base with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. It's technically a football score right now. It's 10-3. DeSantis taking another big lead. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2. See Jeruzzi trying to attempt the throw to second base, but that one is outside for ball 3. Mortarelli now has a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. They're going to foul that one off, and it's now a full count. Jake Liu, with this full count, definitely needs to try and get a strikeout here for Utica Post. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a grounder, another foul ball to keep it at 3-2. Tell that Jake Liu is definitely tempted to throw at second base as Parker Jeruzzi is at the bag. And that is such a big lead for DeSantis. Seti throws back. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's going to be a little grounder to Bonner. Bonner throws, and that's out number 2. He's going to throw to third to DeSantis, and that is out number 3. Slow base running by Quentin DeSantis leads to no runs in the top of the 4th inning, in which the Pirates lead over Utica Post by the score of 10-3. We'll be back here on UCTV and American Legion Baseball Network.
MLB has sponsored Legion Baseball.
And we are back here in the bottom of the 4th inning, in which the score is 10-3. Rocklin over Utica. As so far, Utica Post has a lot to work with here. They are down by 7 runs. And we're luckily enough in the top of the 4th inning, we're able to not give up any runs. Now we see Nick Parada is up at bat for Utica Post, and that one's going to be low for ball 1. This is game 2, the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. And that's going to be outside for ball 2. The loser of this game will be playing in game 4 tonight. That one's going to be high and out of play. And that's strike number 1. It'll be 2-1 for Nick Parada. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be strike 2. It's now 2-2. Last inning in terms of pitching for Gallagher, he was able to get 3 straight strikeouts. As Parada takes time, calls time on that one. It's now 2-2 still. Gallagher takes the pitch, and that's going to be another foul out of play. It'll still be 2-2 for Nick Parada. That's going to be low for ball 3, a full count. With that full count, there's no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Parada's trying to get something going for Utica Post. Parada calls time yet again. He goes out. Actually, he didn't call time. He went out of the batter's box, and instead that ball went outside. And that was ball 4. As Parada is now at first base. That was a very confusing play. Nonetheless, Parker Jeruzzi's now up as the throw to first is not in time. Parada's still at first base. Parker Jeruzzi now gets his pitch. That one is going to be low for ball 1. Parada taking a big lead. There's a throw to first, and Parada is still safe. Despite the scoreboard not showing zeros on the board, it is a 1-0 count to Parker Jeruzzi. Gallagher just randomly throws it to first without any emphasis. As Gallagher now going with a 1-0 count. And that's going to be out of play for strike 1. It's now 1-1. Parada with the big lead. Here's the pitch by Gallagher. And that one's going to go low for ball 2. They throw it back to first. And Parada is still safe. Parada's got to be a little bit careful on those attempts. Could have easily gotten out on that throw. Still having a big lead nonetheless. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be out, and it might be a double play, and it is. A line drive to Gallagher. He then threw it to first base as Parada was attempting to run. Couldn't make it back in time, and there's now 2 outs, a double play for Gallagher here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That definitely kills the rally for Utica Post. As now Frank Pelle's up. That's going to be strike 1. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one's going to go outside for ball 1. It's now 1-1. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be outside. It's now 2-1. Like most of the Utica Post batters, they're just trying to get on base here. Let's see what happens. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Now there's a 2-2 count with 2 outs here. Bottom of the 4th inning, no one on base. After a double play situation from Gallagher. Throwing it on over to his first baseman, Greg Becker, in order to get that double play off Nick Parada. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we're going to go into the top of the 5th inning, in which the score is now, or still, 10-3. Rocklin over Utica here on UCTV. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to Donovan Stadium, in which the score is 10-3. Rockland Pirates over to Utica Post 229. There's a new pitcher in the ball game for Utica Post, and that is number 27, Ty Bonner, who I said had a possibility of relieving in this game. And by the looks of it right now, he's the reliever. So we're going to see that throughout the top of the fifth inning here in this Game 2 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament, as the top of the lineup is now back up for the Pirates with number 9, Aiden Gallagher. Catcher Frank Pele giving Bonner some words of encouragement. No, they are down by 7 runs. Well, let's see what happens here. Here's Bonner's first pitch. That's going to be a bunt foul. It will now lead to an 0-1 count for Gallagher. It's top of the fifth inning. No outs, obviously. This is the first batter up. And that's going to be strike 2, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball 1. It's been a rough day for Utica Post, especially in the third. We've gone over it numerous times here. And that's going to be a high pop-up into foul territory as Grassi was able to catch that one for out number 1 here in the top of the fifth inning. Pat Joseph is now back up with 1 out here in the top of the fifth inning. In his left-handed stance. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Bonner deals. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Pirates are up by 7 runs. So far in this inning, have no one on base. That's going to be outside for ball 3. I'm guessing. So far the scoreboard doesn't have that up. Yes, and they do. It is ball 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4 as Joseph walks. Now with a runner on first base. Now the first baseman, number 1, Greg Becker, is going to be up for the Pirates. So far just been a remarkable day offensively all throughout. An offensive barrage, a brigade of Pirates taking over Donovan Stadium and this Utica Post team. Runner on first. Bonner deals. Going to be a grounder to third. Jeruzzi at third. Throws to second base and gets the second out. See, that is, I think, Angotti at second base. Wasn't able to throw it to first for the double play. And with that, it leads Greg Becker at first. Colin Prisco is now up for the Pirates. Bonner deals. It looks like there's going to be a steal by Becker, and he's going to slide in safely. With 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Pirates have a runner on second base. deals. That's going to be outside for ball 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be foul. It's actually 2-1. Outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner on second base. Bonner deals. And that's going to be a swing right there and a miss. Call that a foul tip, and it's now 2-2. It's blowing heavy up here. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball 3. It's a full count now. For Colin Prisco. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball 4. As Prisco is on first, there's a runner on second. Becker and Prisco both on second and first, as number 27 Mike Korchinski is now up with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Bonner throws, and that's going to be a high pop up to right field. Parada has a chance to get to it, but that's going to be a foul ball. Runners are going to have to go back to second and first, as Nick Parada could not get to that ball in time. Luckily for Utica Post, that ball went foul. Maybe the wind had something to do with that. Runners on second and first. 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be a grounder to Angotti. He's going to throw to first, and that is out number 3. So we're going to go into the bottom of the 5th inning, where the score is Rockland 10, Utica 3. We'll be back here on UC TV. We are back here in the bottom of the 5th inning, in which your score is the Rockland Pirates 10, Utica Post 3. James and Blaker here bringing you Game 2 of this American Legion Baseball Tournament, Junior Legion Baseball Tournament in the state of New York. Here's Peyton Kimball. That's going to be high and outside for ball one. Gallagher is still pitching for the Pirates. That's going to be strike one. It's now 1-1. So for the past 5 innings, when Gallagher's been pitching, he's only given up 3 hits in this game. That's going to be outside for ball 2. Here's a 2-1 count now to Kimball. Outside for ball 3. That's a 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be a possible base hit or a diving catch. Was it? Yes, it was! A diving catch. Excellent play by the right fielder, number 11, Chris Miedrich. That was magnificent. That's a web gem for you right there. And now you see, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Joey Gentile is now up at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball 1. Just an excellent play by Miedrich. Can't go into it enough, and there's a grounder for Gentile. He's going to try and run to first, and he will make it. An infield single on that one for Joey Gentile, and he now gets on base.
The first baseman, number 1, Angelo Patagrassi.
As Angelo Patagrassi is now up at the plate. Runner on first base. Probably give Utica Post some encouragement as Gallagher throws back to first. And Gentile is still safe. So far, only 4 hits given up by Gallagher. Patagrassi hits it over the head of the second baseman, and now runners on second and first. Pat Joseph could not make that catch for the Pirates. And they're going to count that as a hit. And that's a single for Patagrassi, now with runners on second and first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1 for Ty Bonner. It's a good time for Utica Post to try and get some runs on the board, even though they are down by 7 runs. Better do it now than in the bottom of the 7th inning, like we saw in our last game. That's going to be another strike, and it's now 0-2 for Ty Bonner. Bonner's been swinging at most of these pitches, but now he's in an 0-2 count. That's going to be outside for ball 1. They're going to throw it at second, and Gentile is luckily safe. Wasn't fully caught off guard right there, as Colin Prisco was the one that threw that one for the Pirates. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And it's going to be a high pop-up in foul territory, and it's caught! Excellent catch right there for Greg Becker as he was tripped over by Prisco, and luckily enough was able to make that catch for out number 2. Pirates have just been remarkable in this inning with the web gems they've been able to create. First you saw it with Miedrich, and then you saw it with Greg Becker. Now we see Patrick Corridori up. one's going to be inside for ball one. Gentile taking a big lead is going back to second base. Jake Liu is on deck. Gallagher deals, and that's going to be strike one. Here's a 1-1 count to Corridori. And that's going to be strike two. With runners on second and first, with 2 outs, Corridori needs to try and get something here for Utica Post. Gallagher deals. It's going to be a grounder to second. No one's at first, but then Gallagher gets there before Corridori, and that's going to be out number 3. And we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning with your score 10-3, Rocklin over Utica. And we are back here at Donovan Stadium, the top of the 6th inning, in which the score is the Rockland Pirates 10, the Utica Post 3.
Number 11.
Now Utica's back on defense here as Chris Miedrich is up at the plate. That's going to be strike. Miedrich had an excellent catch in the bottom of the 5th inning, which I heard we couldn't capture that on camera, but nonetheless was still a great play if you're here at Donovan Stadium. That's a ball. It's now 1-1. Here's a pitch, and that hit Miedrich in the head right there, and he's going to take his base. And with now a runner on first base, see Danny Barna's now back up at the plate. It's one of the main reasons that the Pirates were able to ignite their 8-run barrage in the top of the 3rd inning. Is now back up at the plate. Bonner deals, and Barna throws hits a high one, and Parada catches that one for out number 1. That was a high pop up to right field, but nonetheless
The left fielder
will be out number 1
Quentin DeSantis.
for the Pirates, as Quentin DeSantis is now up for Rocklin. Miedrich takes a big lead. Bonner throws it to first. Miedrich is still safe. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Miedrich is going to steal. Pele throws to second, and he's out. Excellent throw there by Frank Pelly. Able to get it to Gentile in time for out number 2. And now with runners, no runners on any of the bases. See, DeSantis gets a high one outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. And that's going to be a strike. It's now 2-1 to DeSantis. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And that's going to be a grounder for a base hit. Up the middle as there's a single for Quentin DeSantis. And now up is Matt Martorelli, who's now up for the Pirates. I mentioned before he's one of the reasons why the Pirates got their 5-3 lead in the top of the 3rd inning. That one is outside for ball 1. Martorelli also had a great play defensively as well, getting a double play. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. DeSantis is on first. He takes a big lead. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low and outside for ball 3. I don't know why we would possibly see a green light in this situation. Why not just go for a walk? Here's a 3-0. That's going to be a strike. It's now 3-1. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Martorelli gets a blooper into right, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And the runners will stay at 2nd and 1st as Martorelli was able to get a single out of that one.
The pitcher, number 9, Aiden Gallagher.
As now Aiden Gallagher comes back up to the plate to start the top of the order yet again for the Pirates, and they've been doing that a lot in this game. Runners on 2nd and 1st. 2 outs for Ty Bonner. And that one's going to be over the head of Gallagher. It's now going to be 1-0. Bonner deals, and that one's going to be outside for ball 2. Two outs. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be low for ball 3. Utica Post has been struggling throughout this game when it comes to pitching. That one's going to be in the middle for strike 1. It's now 3-1 to Gallagher. Here's the pitch. And that's going to go down the middle for a base hit. Gallagher now gets a single out of that, and here comes a runner, and that's DeSantis for another run, and it's now 11-3. Pirates in the lead by 8.
Number 6, Joseph.
That's the first run for the Pirates since the top of the 3rd inning, as Pat Joseph is now coming up to the plate yet again for the Pirates with runners on 3rd and 1st. An 11-3 lead for the Pirates. That one is going to be inside for strike 1. Ty Bonner just trying to get out of the inning. That one's going to go outside, and Billy wasn't going to throw that one, as it's going to be a stolen base for Aiden Gallagher. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And Joseph gets a base hit on the left field, opposite field base hit, as 2 runs are going to come in to score. And now the Pirates have a 10-run lead, 13-3. And just like that, Utica Post is down by 10 runs here, and this would possibly be the time for a mercy rule, because it is after the 5th inning. But nonetheless, they are going to keep going on here in the top of the 6th. Greg Becker up at the plate. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1. 13-3. 12 hits given up by Utica Post. And that's going to be outside for ball 1. Now you guys are saying 12 hits, 13 runs. Most of them have possibly been walks. Been giving up those runs. Here's a 1-1. And that's going to be a strike and a stolen base for Joseph with no contest. Now we have a 1-2 count on Greg Becker. With 2 outs, here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but Becker's going to run to first, and he'll be there safely. So that strikeout does not count, as it will now count as a base hit.
The catcher, number 8, Colin Prisco.
And now there will be runners on 3rd and 1st, as Colin Prisco is now up for the Pirates. What could have been a strikeout for Ty Bonner eventually led to a base runner for Greg Becker, and he's going to now steal for second, and he gets there safely. And there are now runners on 3rd and 2nd for the Rocklin Pirates. More runs are possible here in the top of the 6th inning. And that's going to be outside for ball 2. Umpire calls time, and by the looks of it, they're going to walk Prisco automatically, and now the bases are loaded. Mike Korchinski is now up for the Pirates. That's going to be strike 1. Bonner's just trying to get out of the inning. He only gave up 3 runs. And that's going to be low for ball 2. Excuse me, ball 1. It's now 1-1. Pulling Ralph Kiner's all over the place, speaking of the Pirates. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be another run scored after Bonner just hit Korchinski, and now it's going to be 14-3 for the Pirates. As Frank Granacci is now coming out for Utica Post. And by the looks of it, They're going to put a new pitcher in for Utica Post. Or are they going to keep Ty Bonner? No, it doesn't look like they will. And with this new pitcher, it's going to be Parker Jeruzzi. It's the third pitcher used up in this game today for Utica Post. As by the possible looks of it, they will be playing Game 4 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. It is a 14-3 lead for Rocklin Post over the Utica Post so far. An 11-run lead, as it's been really, really hard for Utica Post to try and bounce back in this game. The third inning really took a lot out of them. Jake Liu giving up only 8 runs in that inning. He had a possibility of not giving up any. He had 2 outs in the third. I still can't get over it, too. Like, he had 2 outs in the top of the third inning, in which he could have possibly gotten out of that inning unscathed. But instead, he gave up 8 runs. That is definitely the highlight of Game 2 of the New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament. And as we are getting ready here, with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning, Jeruzzi is now going to be working with a substitution put in by the Pirates, and that's number 25, Chad Falcon. What a name that is. Bases are loaded here in the top of the 6th inning, and that's going to be strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a grounder to first, and that's going to be foul, as that is strike number 2 for Chad Falcon. I was talking in a Utica Blue Sox broadcast once about Chad Bradford. I can remember distinctly Joe Puccio saying, "That's a heck of a name." You could say the same about this one as well. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be a foul. It's still 0-2. Parker Jeruzzi is just trying to get out of this inning. 4 runs were given up in the top of the 6th. Bases are loaded. He's in a jam. That one's going to be outside for a ball. It's now 1-2 for Chad Falcon. And that's going to be outside. It's now 2-2. Two outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Jeruzzi trying to get out of a jam. And that's going to be outside for ball 3, and it's now a full count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 4. As Jeruzzi walks Chad Falcon, and now extends the lead to 15-3. 12 runs given up. Well, actually 15 runs given up, but Utica Post is down by 12 runs. And that one's going to hit the back of Danny Barna. And another run is given up. It's now 16-3. Pirates in the lead by 13. And Jeruzzi, along with the other pitchers in this game for Utica Post, have been having quite a hard time getting that third out. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. Here's a pitch. That one's going to be outside for ball 2. Now batting for the Pirates right now, it's a pitch hitter, number 12, Nick Marchanek. And that's going to be outside for ball 3. Another outside pitch for Parker Jeruzzi. I'll say this has been a hard one to watch for any Utica Post fan. Here's a 3-0 count. That is strike 1. It's now 3-1 with the bases still loaded here in the top of the 6th. Jeruzzi deals, and that one is going to be in foul territory, but now put back in fair territory, but caught nonetheless by Utica Post. So 6 runs were given up here in the top of the 6th inning. It is now 16-3, Rockland Post over to Utica Post. And we welcome you back here for the bottom of the 6th inning here in Game 2 of the 2021 New York Junior American Legion Baseball Tournament, in which Utica Post is down 16-3 over Rocklin as Jake Lou swings and misses at that one for strike 1. This game is brought to you by UCTV. You also are watching it on American Legion Baseball channel on YouTube. As that one is low for ball 1. It's now 1-1 for Jake Lou. And that's going to be a strike. And it's now 1-2. Us up here for UCTV, we've been struggling a lot with the wind, but our team has definitely been putting in a lot of great effort. That one is low for ball 2. It's now 2-2. Here's the pitch from Gallagher, and that one's going to be high, deep in the foul territory, and that's going to go into the stands. And luckily, the fans are all right. It's now going to be a 2-2 count for Jake Lou. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one's going to be outside. Ball 3. As you could tell, the wind definitely took that one. It's just been brief moments in these ball games so far where the wind has been a factor. Sometimes it's been here and sometimes it hasn't. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. You can put another K on the board right there for Aiden Gallagher. So far, he's been striking out Utica batters with ease.
Right fielder, number 5, Nick Parada.
And Nick Parada is now in the ball game. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a swing and a miss for strike 1. You can't really blame Utica Post right here for swinging. They are down by 13 runs. They want to try and get something going. And that's going to be strike 2. Parada didn't swing on that one, though. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 1. It's actually really good that he didn't swing on that one. Now here's a 1-2 pitch for Gallagher. And that ball is going to go foul and out of play as Parada now has a 1-2 count. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, your score is 16-3. Rocklin over Utica Post. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Aiden Gallagher yet again. Trying to have a 1-2-3 inning like he had previously. Parker Jeruzzi is now up. And that's going to be strike 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside for ball 1. Gallagher's trying to make it 5 straight innings where he hasn't given up a run. That's going to be strike 2. The last time Utica Post has scored a run was in the 1st inning, scoring 3. Jeruzzi fouls that one back. It's now 1-2 still. Been a pretty rough day so far for Utica Post. Gallagher deals. And that's going to be a hit. Base hit past the left field line. And it looks like Parker Jeruzzi is going to get a double out of this one. An excellent hit down the left field line for Parker Jeruzzi to get a base runner on. Still 2 outs here as Ryan Pelly's up at the plate. And it looks like Phil Fratello, the manager, the coach for the Pirates, is looking at Gallagher and wondering whether or not he wants to keep Aiden Gallagher in. And by the looks of it, it looks like he's going to change up his pitchers. An excellent performance by Aiden Gallagher. I forgot how many strikeouts he's had in this game, but it's been a decent amount. So we're going to see number 2 in the ball game. Danny Barna, the 3rd baseman, is now going to be the pitcher, the relief pitcher for the Pirates. And we're going to go into a little break in which the score is 16-3, Rockland Post. And we're back to bring you the bottom of the 6th inning, in which there's 2 outs here, and the score is 16-3. Rockland Post Pirates over the Utica Post 229. as Parker Jeruzzi is the only base runner for Utica Post on second base. Here's a pitch by Barna, and he gets strike. It's now 0-1. Frank Pelly is at bat for Utica Post. That one's going to be low for ball one. It's now 1-1. Danny Barna is going to have to contend with this wind. It's blowing suddenly. Pelly fouls that one off for a 1-2 count. Jeruzzi is on second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. It's like Barna called time there. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be strike 3. And with 3 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, we're going to go to the top of the 7th. By the looks of it, or is it over for the Mercy? Yeah, excuse me, folks. It's actually Mercy rule by the score of 16-3. Rockland Post wins this one in outstanding fashion. And so that ends the game in 6 innings. We're going to be going to Game 3, which will be happening around 4:30 here tonight, or this afternoon, as it will be the 2 winning teams, as the Rockland Pirates will be taking on the Clinton County Mariners here at 4:30. So be sure to stay tuned here on American Legion Baseball Network and UCTV.